Alright guys, hello and welcome to the video. If you're new to the channel, I cover all things weightlifting, and today we're going to go over the jerk. I'll give you my 2 keys to the jerk and how you can improve them so that you can jerk more weight. Let's get into it. So there's 2 main keys to the jerk, and this is the dip and drive and the split. Within the 2 phases of the jerk, there's also some criteria for success. So let's start with the dip and drive. The 2 main objectives, or the 2 main criteria for success here, is elevation and bar path. So elevation simply means that you need to get adequate height on the bar. So your split can only be so deep. There's a certain amount of height that you need in order to get the bar overhead without a press out. Second, we move on to bar path, and so this is all about minimizing horizontal movement of the bar. If we minimize horizontal movement, we keep the bar over our base of support and we can have a successful lift. If the bar moves away from our base of support, then we're going to be chasing it either forwards or backwards and we're going to miss the lift. So how do we go about reaching these objectives? There's 2 main keys to think about: tension and timing. We'll start off with tension. By tension, I mean staying as rigid as possible and maintaining vertical alignment of the barbell and your body during the dip. So to clarify what I mean by alignment, let's have a look at this photo. So ideally what you should see is the barbell on the shoulders, and if you draw a vertical line downwards, it should travel through the hips and down to the feet, in other words, the base of support. And everything should stay on this line as you dip down and as you drive up. So if the barbell starts to move forward of your base of support, guess what's going to happen? When you drive up, it's going to move forward and the lift is going to be missed. So our aim is to keep the barbell moving straight up and down. In addition, you should feel the weight through the middle of your foot, maybe a slight bias towards the heel. What you'll commonly see is forward movement of the barbell. So this can be a number of things. It can be a loss of tension in the upper back during the dip, causing the chest to fall and the barbell to slide forwards. Or it can be the hips sliding forward in the bottom of the dip. Maybe there's not enough tension on the quads, maybe the dip isn't controlled enough. Whatever is the cause, the result is the weight moves forward into the foot, the barbell moves forward during the dip, and then during the drive, this is only exaggerated. The barbell is going to move forward further, the lifter's either going to chase it forward or they're just going to simply miss it out in front. So it's crucial to keep that vertical alignment. So a good exercise to drill this is the jerk dip. This is a good exercise because it's nice and simple. You can really focus on the key points. So trying to keep the weight in the middle of the foot or maybe slightly towards the heel, trying to keep tension on the legs, on the abs, on the upper back, controlling the dip and keeping everything moving straight up and down. This can be used as a teaching tool or even as a strength builder for a more advanced lifter. So from tension and horizontal movement, we flow nicely into timing. So this refers to the speed of the dip and how deep that you dip. Amongst elite lifters, you'll see some more elastic, some more short and explosive dips, and you'll also see some slower and deeper dips. The aim of the dip is to get the most out of the stretch shortening cycle whilst maintaining control, and this is an important point because theoretically a faster dip should mean a more powerful drive, but the price that you pay is a loss of control, and often I'll see lifters who are dipping too quickly and they're not controlling the barbell. So they're losing that vertical alignment, the bar isn't going straight up and down, they're chasing it around and they're pressing out more often. The advice I would give is to focus more on control rather than speed initially. Not only will this minimize horizontal movement of the bar and make your jerk more stable, it also reduces press outs. By slowing it down, focusing on tension and control, you improve your timing in the long term, you get more out of the extension and you improve your jerk. So 2 exercises to help you along in this process. One is the push press. This is going to be the simpler of the 2. The important thing is that the dip of the push press should mimic the dip of the jerk. So it should be the same speed. We're focusing on tension just like in the jerk dip and we're getting the most out of the extension. So big explosion from the legs. The power jerk is going to be one of the best exercises to build a more balanced and a more powerful drive, which is then going to translate over into better height and better bar path for the split jerk. So next we move into the second key to the jerk, the second phase, and that is the split. So the split is all about positions, and there's a couple of important things to keep in mind here. Number one, and the most important, is the hips need to be under the bar, and this is all about balance. If the bar is forward of the hips, you're going to miss the bar forward, or at the very least, you're going to have to chase it forward. Second, you need even weight between the feet. Again, this comes into the balance. Third, the front shin should be roughly vertical. If it's more inclined, that's a good sign that more of your weight is on the front leg, which you want to avoid to maximize the stability of your split. Fourth, this is less of a criteria for success, more of a helpful tip. In my experience, I've found that the back foot should touch down slightly first. The reason for this is when the back foot touches down first, it pushes the hips forward slightly and puts them under the bar. So if you find that you're consistently short stepping your front foot, all your weight is on the front leg, then this is going to be a good thing to think about. Get that back foot down first. So all of these combine to make for a stable split position. If your split position is stable, that means you're going to be able to support more weight overhead and you're going to be able to jerk more. So how do you go about improving your split position? This first drill is for those lifters who find themselves consistently short stepping the split, having all their weight on their front leg, or just generally struggling with balance in the jerk, and it's named appropriately the jerk balance. So in this, you'll set up just short of an optimal split position. You'll dip as if you're push pressing, drive the bar up overhead, and step the front foot forward down solidly. This also helps to drill that back foot down first. And next we move on to the second and my favorite jerk assistance exercise, and that is the pause jerk. So it's simple. Basically, you're just pausing in the split. You're trying to find that even weight between the two legs, adjust if needed, hold it there, and then recover. So this exercise is great for a number of reasons. Number one, it's a diagnostic. So if you find yourself consistently making the same error, it shows you where your weakness is in the split position. So maybe you're always having to shift your weight backwards after the catch in the pause jerks. That shows you that you're putting a lot of weight onto your front leg. Maybe you're even driving the bar forward, and that's something you need to address. And second, it's going to build great stability in the split position. You're putting more weight overhead than the jerk balance. You're spending a lot of time in the correct position, drilling what those correct positions feel like. And when you move back onto jerks without the pause in the catch, they're just going to feel a lot lighter. They're going to be more solid, less likely to press out. Balance is going to be better right off the bat. I guarantee this exercise is going to improve your split jerk. So I recommend that you incorporate it. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you took something out of it. What are your 2 keys to the jerk? If you've got a different 2 keys, let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video and you want to see more weightlifting videos, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys, and catch you in the next one.